the same class as you. Look around you. Rare, isn't it? Hi, my name is Luke, and today I'll be talking to you guys about the advantages and disadvantages of having an older brother in the same class as you. There are positives and negatives of having an older brother in your class. I'm going to be honest with you guys, it's mostly negative, but let me tell you about it. My older brother's in my class, and in all honesty, it's not that bad, but there are some disadvantages. For example, he thinks he's better than me just because he's older. If I need help with my homework, he would help me because he understands or knows more than me. But if I'm playing a sport in phys ed class, he thinks he's better than me. But sometimes, like almost every single day, he forgets what he has for homework. And I'm always the one reminding him that we have this for homework or we have that for homework. But guess what? It must be great having a little brother in your class, huh? In class, sometimes my brother thinks he's more mature than me. Even my parents believe he's a great example and role model for me, that I should look up to him almost as a hero. Obviously, he's bigger than me because he's older. But we all know I'm the better looking one out of the two. And that great things come in small packages. I was going to write that he supports me emotionally, but really, he doesn't. If I fall down at school, he doesn't say, everything will be okay. He says, get up, you're fine. What are you going to do, start crying? Which kind of makes me a stronger person, but also makes me really angry and want to knock him down. But like I said, he's a lot bigger than me. Don't get me wrong, it's not all bad. Actually, there was this one time in dodgeball, in phys ed class, where we were playing dodgeball, and somebody threw the ball at him, and that ball was coming at him fast. It hit him, it was going up, coming back down so quickly, and I jumped, I caught it, and I saved him. And then, on the bench, a girl started screaming, brother power, which made me feel great. Me and my brother have gone to play on several school teams, like soccer teams, dodgeball, handball team, basketball team, and volleyball team, and several others. At home, we have also played on the same flag football team and hockey team. Sometimes it's fun being on the same team as him, and sometimes not so much. He would scream at me if I make a mistake, but he doesn't scream at anybody else on the team. But I'm his little brother, so I get yelled at. I realize that having an older brother in your class is not that bad. But there are some things that he does that really bother me. Obviously, it's hard for most people to understand that. Because it's not a typical situation. At the beginning of my TED Talk, I asked you guys if any of you guys had an older brother in the same class as you. And practically nobody lifted up their hand. So you guys will never feel exactly what I felt. I wanted another perspective. So I interviewed my dad's friend. He understood what I felt. He said that his brother was in his class every year. I can't believe it. Every year? It's incredible. And he said something that really touched me too. He said that he wanted to have his own separate friends, a separate, whole other different place. started talking, and it was a big thing. My dad always told me that he wanted to have an older brother in his class. No. My dad always told me that he wished he had an older brother in his childhood to play with. That's probably another reason why I should cherish all the moments that I have with my brother. Because I'm lucky to have an older brother in my life to play with. Because most people don't. I realized that having an older brother is not common. But since it's not common, it's special.